Okay, so yes, Jay, do you want to give us your feature game of week four?
Yeah, so I'm calling it now. I think this is game of the week. And somehow it is in the 1 p.m. window. It could have been Sunday night football, I think. And it is Dolphins at Bills. Um, I think we've talked a lot about the Dolphins, so I'm not gonna repeat what we said, but that offense, wow, red hot right now. As Paul said, we are in week three. They just got so many weapons, and it almost, and I know the Broncos obviously didn't play well, but sometimes it's almost like it doesn't matter who they put in because they've recruited the profile of players that they know fit the scheme.
Yeah.
But in any case, they've got elite weapons. Tyreek Hill, the Bills will need a plan for him. Is Waddle going to make it out of concussion
Yeah.
protocol? That would be a big deal this week. I think they I
Waddle's
think they
out of
need him.
protocol.
Uh, Interesting.
And Poyer's
They've
out for
got
the
some
Bills.
other receivers. One of which who is out?
Poyer, Justin
Poyer.
Poyer.
Hmm,
Okay.
interesting. The thing is with the Dolphins, it it is a lot of Hill and Waddle, but they do have other guys. They McDaniel loves this guy River Craycraft, who no surprises is an ex 49er, someone I actually met in a hotel in Santa Clara. Um, the run game, they've uncovered this backup who you know is electric. They know they've done really well at getting players that fit this scheme, and it is speed. It's very speed intensive, shall we say. Defensively, like I said before, it can be better. And I think when we look at the Bills, I think the Bills can definitely score on this defense. Um, the last 2 weeks will have done the Bills good, but this is a different test this week, definitely, compared to Jimmy Garoppolo's dysfunctional Raiders and Sam Howell having a bit of a weird nightmare last week.
Yeah.
Thought it was Christmas, giving out pick after pick after pick. So they may have caught these teams at a good time, and they took care of business. I think the key to this game actually comes with the coaching. It is McDaniel's offense versus McDermott's defense. Who's going to come up with more answers? And I think it's going to be McDaniel. The Bills' defense is like I've said before. It's a good defense. It's not a great defense. McDermott definitely coaches them up. He's definitely, a sound defensive mind. Offensively, the Bills will score, but again, I'm not wowed by this offense. I'm sorry to pick on him again, but Gabriel Davis is not a top 25 receiver. I'm sorry, he's not. He's not. And that's not saying that he's bad, but there is mighty, mighty talent at the receiver position in the league at the moment. He is not top 25. And, that's your second option. Dolphins are the underdogs, maybe because there's an issue with the left tackle. They're going into Buffalo, which we know is an intimidating place to go. But I don't think weather will be a factor. So it is a great time to go there. And like I said, I think it just comes down to McDaniel is going to figure out the answers throughout this game. more so than McDermott will be able to react, for the Bills. So this will be a great game, and I think it will be high scoring this time. But I'm going to take the Dolphins as the quote-unquote underdog to win the game.
Love it. Love it. Yeah, I think you've hit the nail on the head there. Like the Dolphins offense, it's a scheme that it's not necessarily the players, it's the players that fit the scheme, which is what Shanahan has done so well, and McDaniel has followed suit. The fact that Waddle is back, that Poyer's out for the Bills, that's big miss. So now you've got, obviously, if Hill is going to get taken out of the game like he did to some extent against the Pats, you've still got a wide receiver one for most teams that you can't take out of the game. And then you've got the run game on top of that. Like, it's just choose your poison. They can beat you any way they want. So yeah, I've not got really anything to add from what you've said, Jay. Just looking at the bets, give me the better team, in my opinion, plus 2.5 points. Thank you. I'll take that. What about you, Paul? Anything to add?
So this game, I think the Dolphins will feel disrespected being underdogs going in there, and think that's a motivation in itself. That okay, we're underdogs. As they not seen what we've done through 3 weeks? They were tested by the Patriots, but really that game got close at the end because they didn't put them away. But the game was handled. Dolphins, like I said before, played very mature and handled, managed the game, took what the Patriots made available to them. So they can beat you in various different ways. And like you both have said, they're like an Olympic track team, the Miami Dolphins. They're devastating. Speed kills. The Bills are going to find it harder to score and hit chunk plays than the Dolphins will. All it takes is just one blown coverage, one missed tackle, boom, that's a touchdown, or that's a huge chunk with the Dolphins. And if you take away, like the Patriots did, if you take away Hill, if you take away both of them, or if you sit down on both receivers, then they'll just gash you with the running backs. Most of it is rapid, and this kid A-Chain is rapid. Ran a 4.3 at the combine, 4.3 40. Who drafts him? Of course, the Miami Dolphins, who like crack athletes at running back. So, yeah, there's no weather in Buffalo. It's on turf. I think the Dolphins should be favoured, and I think they're going to use that as a motivation. So until someone shows me or shows the league how to stop the Dolphins, I don't believe they can be stopped. So they're going to go into Buffalo and beat them.
Just one question, and I don't think this is the case, but the only thing that comes into my mind a little bit was, has McDaniel emptied the tank a little bit with play design in week 3 against the Broncos? It's possible. I don't think that is the case, but there was a lot in that game. They unloaded a lot, and maybe he's got an unlimited wheel of more plays, but that's just the little question that I have that we'll see this week.
That would be a rookie mistake.
I think the name last season. So sorry to cut in, but I think the nature of last season, with the way that their season ended with the Tua injury in Cincinnati, we don't know how many plays he had left last year.
Yep.
So, and this year, if he does run out of plays, similar to what we were saying with the Eagles, run the same damn play. See, like, can you stop us? Like, I'm going to motion, just as simple as like when you're watching the Dolphins, I'm going to motion Tyreek Hill he's going to line up at tight end, and I'm going to motion him, and he's going to have like a 2-step running start on the DB. And that's devastating.
Yep.
That's, if he catches it in the open field, that's a touchdown right there. And a play can be as simple as that for the Dolphins. So it's very interesting to see what they're going to do between now. We're like I said before, we're in week 4, heading into week 4. It's a long season.
Yeah.
But they need this because they need, more than anyone in the league, they need home field advantage because they are attracting.
I wonder if there's been a game where a team has won by 50 points and been the dog the following week. Can't have happened too often.